I'm gonna fix 4 boring cars in increasing difficulty from left to right. This McLaren Senna is anything but boring, but I just recently got it in as a used item, and there's some boring parts about this car. Like all these crucial design pieces missing, so I'm gonna fill out these blank spots with some fresh bricks. Let's start by fixing the aerodynamics in the rear wing with these sloped pieces right here. You know guys, the second you turn on a camera and build Lego, it becomes 10 times harder. Nonetheless, we got the wing fixed up, and it's looking better. Then we'll apply this little black piece to the front of the car, and a smooth 1x1 stud to finish it off. And now that's done, let's do the other side. Maybe a little unnecessary, but cool. Now this part of the car was right, but the other part was missing, so let's fix it. And there we go, got both pieces on, and it's complete. And now the Senna's good, let's move on to something a little more challenging. Alright, the worst car in this video that needs to be fixed, and probably the worst Lego Speed Champions of all time. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with that one, but let's hear it. There's 26 studs revealed in this car, let's half that. We'll knock off 2 right here by replacing a missing piece that I got when the set came to me. And then we'll cut down 4 by smoothing out the sides here. Both sides are done, but hey, there's studs on each side of the car where a mirror could be, so I'm going to add a mirror piece to each side of the car, taking off another 2 spots. Then let's replace those 2 studs in the center of the car, which actually come out very easily. This piece just slides in right there. So let's take this out and add some new ones. Got them in, and then let's put the roof back on. Hold up, I just found a 2x4 flat piece, and I have 2 1x2s in there, so this will look even better. Now the last piece I can reasonably replace is this one in the middle right here. So I'll pop it off and put on a smooth 1x2. And the car looks much cleaner with only 14 revealed studs instead of a whopping 26. We got rid of 12, which is pretty good. Let's move on to our next car. It's even more difficult. The Lamborghini Countach isn't necessarily boring, but I found something I can build cooler out of it. So let's part it out. Now I got all these pieces, let's get to building. This is going to be a Koenigsegg Regera, and I'm super excited. The model builder is a great guy, and I'll link his stuff in the comments below. Getting the chassis built up here. It's hard to tell what the front and the back is at this point, but it'll all come together. Got the rear exhaust built and ready to attach. I love the focus of the detail on those 2 exhausts, and the black all around it really pinpoints those details, so let's get it attached. Got the back all finished here. I love how it's just this white blank canvas with all these cool curves and techniques. It's going to look great when it's all built together. Got the front piece finished. I'm not a huge fan of those 2 revealed studs right there, but all sorts of interesting techniques, including a little red on the bottom. So let's get it attached. And there we go. We got our Koenigsegg Regera, and it looks great considering it was built out of a Lamborghini Countach into a completely different car, which is impressive. Let's get on to the hardest build though. Finally, with the Aston Martin Valkyrie, which is about as cool as you can get for a car. But the Lego version doesn't hold up. It's long and lanky, so I want to shrink it with this mock I found online. Here it is next to a Ferrari F40, so you can see the size difference. And I've tried this before, and it didn't turn out well, so it'll be nice to have professional instructions. Found the parts I needed and ordered the rest. And after about 10 days of waiting, I finally got the package. This was everything we needed to make the car work. Already diving in, we're starting the rear diffuser. This is going to be a really interesting build because whenever you're building someone else's creation, you're learning from their mind, not a Lego designer's mind. But we got to throw in the exhausts early, which is always exciting. We've got the rear fenders installed, getting along pretty quickly. Now we've moved focus to the front where we're building up the front details. And we've got the game controller for the steering wheel, which is always a fun detail in these Lego cars. And then we're building 2 of these side pieces to install just into the side of the car. And doing so on the other side as well to help beef up the car because we just started with a 4x12 base plate. And if the car wasn't green enough for you, how about now? We just installed a ton of green pieces to make the car look more complete. Got that rear fin on, it's brick built, and it looks really cool and clean. I love the way it looks. And now we got to capture that front downward slope on the car, and the designer used a really interesting technique where we clip this piece in here to get that angle. I totally did not have to cut the camera because I broke some pieces, but hey, it's finished now. And whoa, we just got the wheels and the windshield on. The car's looking way more complete now. And I just finished up the final touches. This Valkyrie is leaps and bounds better than the Lego version. With all these better angles, details, and cuts, it looks way more like the super hypercar that's just all the craziness of a $4 million Valkyrie. Obviously, this one's only $40 when you buy all the pieces, but it's an epic masterpiece. But now that you've seen it on its own, let's compare it to the Lego version so you can see the awesome differences. Most notably, you can see this angling in the front is way better done on the custom creation, as well as the cool fangs in the front, and you can tell by the side profiles that the custom one is way more curved and angular like a real Aston Martin Valkyrie. And you can tell that even more by taking a top view of the cars. You can see all the different cuts and jags in on the custom version. Well, I hope you enjoyed me fixing up these 4 boring LEGO cars. If you want to see more, check out this video right here.